Hi guys, welcome back to Callie J's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll take you guys back in the kitchen with me and we are going to prepare these amazing apple tarts. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell so you guys can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family members about Callie J's Kitchen and have them subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, it's Callie Kitchen _1, and also on Facebook, it's Callie J's Kitchen. So here I have 1 can of unsweetened applesauce. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it out in my pot, and of course I turn on my stove on low heat. Once I pour that applesauce, I will go in and of course add some of my granulated sugar. And if you don't have granulated sugar, you can always go ahead and use brown sugar. I will also go in and add some of my spices, some of my cinnamon powder, some of my mixed spice. I will also add some of my nutmeg. Combine everything together nicely, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water. Of course, you know, we Jamaicans, we don't like to waste anything. So what I did, I just add a little bit of water to the same can that the applesauce came in, and then I pour it out in the pot. Once I did all of that, combine everything together like I said earlier, and then we're just going to allow it to come to a boil before we add the actual apples. Now, I'm going to add red apples to this. However, you can always go ahead and use the green apples. All of these ingredients that I'm using today, you can get it at your local supermarket or grocery shop. Remember to be creative. Remember to be you in the kitchen. And most of all, utilize whatever you have at home. You can always go ahead and prepare these amazing apple tarts for your family. Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. You can always go ahead and prepare these and they will love it. After dinner on a Sunday, you can always go ahead and have amazing apple tarts. And you can always let me know in the comment section what you think about these amazing apple tarts. So once the sauce comes together nicely and start to boil, I will go in and add the apples. And once I add the apples, I will just combine everything together nicely. Now you can opt to add more apples. I am only adding 1 apple. And if you want, you can always go ahead and add an additional apple if you want. Once I add the apples, like I said, combine everything together nicely. And we're just going to leave it there for roughly about 5 or so minutes. And then we're going to come back. So just to note, guys, I already make up the dough, the short crust pastry dough for these amazing apple tarts. Of course, the short crust pastry dough consists of some flour, some salt, some margarine, and of course I use cold water to make up the dough. You can always go ahead and check the description box, and of course I will leave the link for the short crust pastry dough. Really easy, really simple. So just in case you're not a fan of apple tarts, you can always go ahead and make plantain tarts. You can always go ahead and make coconut tarts. Listen, guys, I always try to encourage you to be creative and remember to always be you in the kitchen and just utilize whatever you have at home. So just in case you don't want any apple tarts, like I said, you can always go ahead and make plantain tarts. I just uploaded a recipe on my channel for plantain tarts. You can always go ahead and check that out. All right, so this is the short crust pastry dough. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and just use a rolling pin to just roll out my dough until it is flat. What you want to do, you just always want to ensure that you add some flour to the surface before you go ahead and roll it out. And just a reminder, if you don't have any rolling pin at home, what you can do, you can always go ahead and use a rum bottle, or if you have a wine bottle at home, you can always go ahead and use it. However, if you want to get a rolling pin, you can always visit your local bakery shop or supermarket. Most times they do have rolling pin there. You can always go ahead and check that out. And in Jamaica, a rolling pin costs roughly about 700 Jamaican dollars. And I got mine at Azan Supercenter. All right. So once I roll my dough out nicely, of course, we're going to go in and cut out our dough in the desired size and shape that we want it in. If you want to cut out yours in circle, you can always go ahead and do so. However, I really don't want to make a circle tarts today. I prefer to make a square. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And listen, these were so amazing. It was so good, quick and easy, and within an hour or so it was all finished at home. And I want you guys to go ahead and try it out too, and tell me in the comment section if you think your family would enjoy this as well. I went ahead already and preheat my oven at 250 degrees, and this is going to take me roughly about 40 minutes to prepare. Really easy, really simple. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take up some of the apples and some of the sauce, and then we're just going to place it on the dough, and then we're just going to go ahead and cover our dough. We're going to fold it and ensure that it is covered properly, and you don't want to add too much of that sauce and too much of that apple, and you want to take your time. So just to note, you want to ensure that your apple sauce and the apple is completely cool before you add it to the dough. All right, and once you fold your dough nicely, you're just gonna go ahead and use a fork to just seal it. If you don't want to use the fork to seal it, you can always go ahead and just use your finger to seal the dough. And once we're finished filling the dough with the applesauce and the apple, we're going to go ahead and just pop it in the oven. Now I'm going to place it in the oven for roughly about 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes we're going to come back, and I will also go ahead and just add some melted butter all over my apple tarts. So just to note, guys, you can opt to use the melted butter, or you can go ahead and use egg wash. It's up to you what you want to use. I prefer to use the butter, the melted butter personally. But if you don't want to use the butter, you can always go ahead and use egg wash. All right. So before we add the apple tarts to the oven, we're just going to use a fork to just create some holes on top, and then we're just going to pop it in the oven. And like I said, it was really simple, really amazing. My family enjoyed it, and I'm sure your family would enjoy this amazing apple tarts also. So go ahead and give it a try and let me know what you think. All right, so this is it, my apple tarts. They're almost finished, looking good so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just add the melted butter like I said, and once we add the melted butter, I'm gonna place it back in the oven for roughly about another 10 or so minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final product. So make sure you get your wine, make sure you get some milk, and make sure you get some water, some juice, whatever you have at home. We're gonna go ahead and enjoy these amazing apple tarts. So guys, for this Christmas, I plan to give you guys some amazing recipe each and every day. And listen, I can't wait, and I hope you guys are ready for this. So remember to turn on your post notification bell, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for all of these amazing recipes that I'll give to you. And this is it, the final product of my amazing apple tarts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. I hope you guys go ahead and try it out and let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and remember to turn on your post notification bell. Guys, we're almost at 10K subscribers, so help me get there by subscribing and sharing with your families and your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and see you tomorrow for another awesome recipe. Bye guys.